Good morning students. I am from Computer Engineering Department and today we are going to study subject of Advanced Database Management System, and the topics which we are going to cover in today's lectures are file organization with relational algebra and data recovery. So let's start. Outline of today's topics are file organization, types of file organization, file operations, relational algebra, operations of relational algebra, data recovery. Now, file organization. File organization defines how file records are mapped onto disk blocks. Relative data and information is stored collectively in file formats. A file is a sequence of records stored in binary format. A disk drive is formatted into several blocks that can store records. File records are mapped onto those disk blocks. Types of file organization. There are mainly four types of file organizations as listed below. Number 1, heap file organization. Number 2, sequential file organization. Number 3, hash file organization, and number 4, clustered file organization. All of them are explained here in brief. So now we can explain it one by one. Number 1, heap file organization. When a file is created using heap file organization, the operating system allocates memory area so that file without any further accounting details. File records can be placed anywhere in that memory area. It is the responsibility of the software to manage the records. Heap file does not support any ordering, sequencing, or indexing on its own. Number 2 is sequential file organization. Every file record contains a data field to uniquely identify that record. In sequential file organization, records are placed in the file in some sequential order based on the unique key field or search key. Practically, it is not possible to store all the records sequentially in physical form. Number 3 is hash file organization. Hash file organization uses hash function computation on some fields of the records. The output of the hash function determines the location of disk block where the records are to be placed. Number 4 is clustered file organization. Clustered file organization is not considered good for large databases. In this mechanism, related records from one or more relations are kept in the same disk block. That is, ordering of records is not based on primary key or search key. We have already know what is primary key and what is search key. Primary key is uniquely identified in each records from a table in a database. Now, file operations. Operations on the database files can be broadly classified into two categories. Number 1 is update operations and number 2 is retrieval operations. Here, both operations are briefly explained here, so we can understand it one by one. Operations. Number 1 is update operation. Using update operations, we can change the data values by insertion, deletion, or update. Number 2 is retrieval operations. Retrieval operations, on the other hand, do not alter the data but retrieve them after optional conditional filtering. Retrieve means to store the data. Other operations of file operations, other than creation and deletion of a file, there could be several operations which can be done on files are listed as below. Number 1 is open, number 2 is locate, number 3 is read, number 4 is write, number 5 is close. All of them are briefly explained here. Number 1 is open operation. Open. A file can be opened in one of the two modes, read mode or write mode. In read mode, the operating system does not allow any other to alter data. In other words, data is read only. Files opened in read mode can be shared among several entities. Write mode allows data modification. Files opened in write mode can be read but cannot be shared. Number 2, locate operation. Locate. Every file has a file pointer which tells the current position where the data is to be read or written. This pointer can be adjusted accordingly. Using find operation, it can be moved forward or backward. Number 3 is read operation. Read. By default, when files are opened in read mode, the file pointer points to be the beginning of the file. There are options where the user can tell the operating system where to locate the file pointer at the time of opening a file. The very next data to the file pointer is read. Number 4 is write operation. Write. You can select to open a file in write mode, which enables them to edit its contents. It can be deletion, insertion, or modification. The file pointer can be located at the time of opening or can be dynamically changed if the operating system allows to do so. Last and final operation is close operation. 5. Close. This is the most important operation from the operating system's point of view. When a request to close a file is generated, the operating system removes all the locks, saves the data to the secondary storage media, releases all the buffers and file handlers associated with the file. Now we can understand what is relational algebra. Definition of relational algebra is: as relational algebra is a procedural query language which takes instances of relations as input and yields instances of relations as output. Relational algebra uses operators to perform queries. An operator can be either unary or binary. They accept relations as their input and yield relations as their output. Relational algebra is performed recursively on a relation and intermediate results are also considered relations. Operations of relational algebra. The fundamental operations of relational algebra are as follows. There are several relational operations are listed here. Number 1 is select operation. Number 2 is project operation. Number 3 is union operation. Number 4 is set different operation. Number 5 is Cartesian product operation. Number 6 is rename operation. We will discuss all these operations here in brief, one by one. Number 1 is select operation. The select operation is denoted as sigma. Select operation selects tuples that satisfy the given predicate from a relation. Notation of select operation: sigma p r, where sigma stands for selection predicate and r stands for relation. P is prepositional logic formula which may use connectors like and, or, and not. These terms may use relational operations like minus, equals to, not equals to, greater than equals to, less than, greater than, less than equals to. For example, minus. Sigma subject equals to database books. Number 2 is project operation. Project operation denoted as pi. Project operation projects columns that satisfy a given predicate. Notation: pi, a1, a2 and so on, an are where A1, A2, N and so on An are attributes names of relation R. Duplicate rows are automatically eliminated as relation R is a set. For example, pi subject author books. Number 3 is union operation. Union operation is denoted as capital U. Union operation performs binary union between two given relations and is defined as R U S equals to opening curly T or T R or not T tends to S. Notation R U S, where R and S are either database relations or relation result set, temporary relation. For a unique operation to be valid, the following conditions must hold. R and S must have the same number of attributes. Attribute domains must be compatible. Duplicate tuples are automatically eliminated. For example, pi author books, U pi author articles. Set difference. Set difference operation is denoted as minus. The result of the set difference operation is tuples which are presented in one relation but are not in the second relation. Notation R minus S finds all the tuples that are present in R but not in S. For example, pi author books minus pi author articles. Number 5 is Cartesian product. Cartesian product defined as cross or multiply combines information of two different relations into one is called as Cartesian product. Notation of Cartesian product is R cross S, where R and S are relations and their output will be defined as R cross S equals to QT and Q tends to R and T tends to S. For example, sigma author equals to tutorial point books cross articles. Last, number 6 operation is the rename operation. Rename operation is defined as row. The result of relation algebra are also relations but without any name. The rename operation allows us to rename the output relation. Rename operation is denoted with small Greek letter rho. Notation P cross E, where the result of expression E is saved with rename of X. Now data recovery. In data recovery, first of all we can understand what is crash recovery. DBMS is a highly complex system with hundreds of transactions being executed every second. The durability and robustness of a database management system depend on its complex architecture and its underlying hardware and system software. If it fails or crashes amid transactions, it is expected that the system would follow some sort of algorithm or techniques to recover lost data. Transaction failure. A transaction has to abort when it fails to execute or when it reaches a point from where it can't go further. This is called a transaction failure, where only a few transactions or processes are hurt. Reasons for a transaction failure could be of two types. Number 1, logical errors, and number 2, system errors. Now, what is storage structure? The storage structures can be divided into two categories as listed below. Number 1 is volatile storage and number 2 is non-volatile storage. Both of them storage structures are explained here in brief as one by one. Number 1 is volatile storage. Now, what is volatile storage? As the name suggests, a volatile storage cannot survive system crashes. Volatile storage devices are placed very close to the CPU. Normally, they are embedded onto the chipset itself. For example, Main memory and cache memory are examples of volatile storage. They are fast but can store only a small amount of information. Now number 2 is non-volatile storage. Non-volatile storage. In these, memories are made to survive system crashes. They are huge in data storage capacity but slower in accessibility. Examples may include hard disks, magnetic tables, flash memories, and non-volatile battery backup RAM. Recovery and atomicity. When a system crashes, it may have several transactions being executed and various files opened for them to modify the data items. Transactions are made of various operations which are atomic in nature. But according to acid properties of DBMS, A for atomicity, C for consistency, I for isolation, and D for durability properties of database management systems, atomicity of transaction as a whole must be maintained. That is, either all the operations are executed or none. Types of techniques maintaining the atomicity. There are two types of techniques which can help a database management system in recovery as well as maintaining the atomicity of a transaction. Number 1 is maintaining the logs of each transaction and writing them onto some stable storage before actually modifying the database. Number 2 is maintaining shadow paging, where the changes are done on a volatile memory and later the actual database is updated. Log based recovery. Log is a sequence of records which maintains the records of actions performed by a transaction. It is important that the logs are written prior to the actual modification and stored on a stable storage media, which is fail safe. Log based recovery works as follows. The log file is kept on a stable storage media. When a transaction enters the system and starts execution, it writes a log about it. TN start. Now, I hope you understand today's lectures. Thank you.